Section 7.2, Convection. So the second way that heat can be transferred is by means of what's known as convection. Convection is heat that's transferred as the motion of a fluid rises or sinks. It involves the bulk motion of fluid, so large amounts of fluid moving. Now that large amount of fluid can be subjective, so these currents are very important out in the oceans, but this is also the way that you cool your soup before you eat it. If you heat up soup or something in the microwave, when you want it to cool down, when you take it out, you take your spoon and you stir it. And what happens is you move that fluid, and by moving that fluid, you're exposing it to the cooler air, and by conduction, the cooler air cools it down, and then you move the bulk motion to cool the soup. You're basically forcing convection into the soup. By moving it and exposing the hotter parts of the liquid that are at the bottom, you're cooling the soup. In general, convection occurs naturally. When you have hotter materials, they spread out, become less dense, and they rise, and cooler materials will then sink. This occurs with air, but this also occurs with materials inside of the earth, and it also occurs with waters inside of the ocean. Convection currents drive the bulk motion of any fluid on the earth. Convection currents stir the atmosphere, they produce wind, they produce water currents on the earth, and they move the continents.